Hey guys, welcome back. It is true, I do have a leak in my bus, which sucks, but it's a good thing that it has happened because better now than later, and I can get to it relatively easy. But it's actually right here, and I thought it was just like discoloration or I got adhesive on it, but over time it seemed to spread more and more. And I'll show you a close-up here in a second. But I believe the hatch, the seal around the top of the bus is bad. So I have to go up there, reseal it. The unfortunate thing is I have to replace this entire panel, so this has to come down. I have to take these off. But good news is I can use it as a template for my new panel that's going up, so I don't have to remeasure my holes for my lights, or have someone else hold this up so I can recut this hole for the hatch. But let me show you a close-up on the damage. Okay guys, so here is the close-up of the actual damage. As you can see, not very good for a look. I didn't want to go for the yellow color look, but if I take this piece of wood down, you kind of see the full problem there. I think I'm going to keep this panel because it didn't move, it didn't spread to it as much, but what I think it's coming down this hatch and rolling down the top of the bus, which is like a metal roof, and hitting right about here. That's where one of the brace bars or the skeleton of the bus is, and I think it was just gently just dripping down, and then it just spread into the whole thing. So what I have to do is go up to the top, take off the old silicone seal, go in, reseal it. I think I'll actually do the one that's in the back here. And once that's sealed up, we'll go up and put up a new panel and go from there. Alright guys, so wow, it's really bright out here. One second. Okay. Much better. So, right here at this hatch, now that I'm like sitting out here and looking at it, it's super cracked. And I see probably where the water is getting in, so I'm glad that I'm actually doing this. I need to go and repaint this at one point. I did use a silicone-based roof paint to kind of keep the top cool to the touch and to keep the UV rays and reflect it off the top of the roof. So let me go ahead and grab a scraper and we'll start taking this old silicone off and make a new bead, and hopefully I won't have to deal with this problem again. And then we'll also do the other side. So let's do that. All right guys, as you can see, this right here is, I think, the culprit. Each on these corners, the plastic on this hatch has cracked. So I also have to silicone around that to make sure it's watertight around this bolt. And there's chips right here that are coming off that where I think the water is getting into. So I need to just sit here and clean this and basically re-silicone and make it watertight again. got the silicone up top and sealed. Hopefully that will work, and we'll wait for it to rain. Luckily it's starting to be spring, so we get a lot of rain and snow up in Colorado. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to attempt to take all these bolts out, take everything down, and then cut out a new one, and then hopefully get it back up. So let's go ahead and start that and get this repaired. Cool. Alright guys, I don't know how well you'll be able to see this, but right here, right here in this corner is, you see all this kind of like dark area? That's pretty much all rust. So it looks like it's been doing this for a while, but it looks like it had been coming down and dripping on this corner and coming straight down. That's where all the water has been dripping, is straight to this guy right here. And that's where all the water expanded. But this is all rusted out a little bit, so I'm gonna try to clean some of this up and see if I can prevent that from happening again, and then go ahead and start cutting out a new board and fixing that up. Alright guys, so basically I just traced out, used the old one as like a template. That way I don't have to go in and remeasure everything once again. So now I actually have my hatch cut out and my 2 holes for my lights. So all I have to do is just basically cut them and basically take all the black away, and hopefully I'll have just another panel I can stick back up there and be relatively easy. Alright, so now I'm going to just drill a couple pilot holes, that way I can get into the hatch cutout, and then cut everything out and fit it. We should be good. Alright guys, so everything was a success. The template worked out perfectly. I was able to put this up here and able to make sure that it bolts in there perfectly. See, now that I took it off, it's having some trouble. But yeah, it goes all the way up in there. All I have to do is screw these holes back to seal it back up there, and then I have to drill the 2 holes for the lights, and then that should be an easy fix. Now I don't no longer have that water stain, which is nice, just on that other side, but that will be blocked by a lot of the trimming, so you won't really see that. Yeah, that was a success. So let me take this back down. I have to add the light switches because I had to cut them because I crimped them. Let's do that. Alright guys, so the thing that I really didn't want to do was cut these wires, but I mean that was the only thing I could do. Because I connected the connectors and then put heat shrink around it, so there's no way I could have just unplugged it, plugged in new wires or something when I had to get the panel down, because they were, what I do is I'll connect them, put them up, and if you've seen the other videos, you've seen me do it. So I have to recut these and then reattach some more connectors to it, and I'll go as close as I can because it's just basically that heat shrink stuff. I don't know if that'll focus, but that's what you're That's what you're getting right there. But anyway, I have to cut those off, then re-put them together. So we'll go there and here. Two new wires, and then I'll get to connectors. Since these are very tiny wires, I use red, which is really small gauge wire. And then the power coming in, I use a blue terminal for the size wire it's got. So let me just go ahead and put these together and get that set up to plug those in. Hey guys, so it's been a couple days. We've had rain the last couple days, which was perfect timing. That way I can test the seal on the hatch to make sure that there is no leaks, and lo and behold, there is no leak. So that's a win, and I'm confident that when I put this up, I will no longer have to redo this again. So my wires are all good for my lights. All I'd have to do is put adhesive up top, then brace it, leave it for 24 hours, and we should be good. So we'll start that and go from there.
Start it up.
Alright guys, I think that was it. That was a successful repair job. All I have to do is just wait for everything to cure. It takes about 24 hours on this adhesive. But I got my lights installed. I have the hatch back bolted back in. And it was like it was before, but without the stain from the water. So yeah, just wanted to do this quick update and show you how I repaired one of my ceiling tiles. And then hopefully I will have a video soon about finishing up my top shelves, and then maybe the floors. Who knows? But once again, I just want to thank you guys for watching and tagging along. And if you still are watching, even though I take forever to upload video, but that's life. If you feel like someone would be interested in seeing these things, please share, like the video, subscribe. We'll see you next time. Cool. Thanks.